Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the U.S. Snooker Masters of 2025. It's day 3 of this wonderful tournament here in Sacramento, California. We're down to the final 8. It's quarterfinal matchup. We've got an exciting one on tap for you all. It's Daniel Womersley taking on Ali Alobaidli. Alobaidli, and we have Ernst Basimer as our referee, and the coin toss has been made, and we're going to get underway here. Handshakes all around. It's David and Burney in the booth with Christian Youngers. Going to be an exciting match here. Both players definitely know their way around the bays. To see how this one plays out. Ali was tested a little bit last night. Was trailing Darren Taylor, actually former U.S. champion, 3-0. But he roared back to win 4 in a row to take that match. And Daniel wasn't really challenged that much. Played Oliver Ruger and was victorious in that match by a scoreline of 4-1.
Yeah, a lot of people have these two players possibly as the tournament favorites in a lot of ways. Just based on their accolades. I know Ali has most recently won the IBSF World Amateur Championship. He's from Qatar, and Daniel Womersley has been playing in a lot of open events. He's played a lot of pros this year even. I believe started off the season playing against defending world champion Kyron Wilson over in the Championship League Snooker, so both players know their way around the table.
Ali's in first, maybe just overhit that just a bit too much.
Nine.
Good morning, folks in the chat.
Yeah, definitely know where you're tuning in from. If you have any comments or questions, you can find us on Ox Billiards, PABSA, IBSF TV, and Sacramento Snooker and Billiards channels on YouTube.
Green ball.
Feel free to voice your support. We've had some friends in Qatar tuning in, chime in their hope for Ali.
Ali, 9.
But as well, over there in the UK, I'm pretty sure they're supporting their boy Daniel here. It's a pleasure having Daniel in the booth. Created some great insight. Just cannons into the blue there. Could be a costly misstep. Thanks for tuning in, Donald. Far, far away in Redding, California. I believe that's just a neighboring city here.
1.
And definitely admission is free here at the Sacramento Snooker and Billiards room. Lots of great seating. Will be quarterfinals and semifinals today, concluding with Championship Sunday tomorrow with the finals to find out who will win this inaugural U.S. Snooker Masters.
Ali, 6.
I think you're correct there, Christian, as well, that this definitely could have been a final, but just somehow the way the draw goes.
Yeah, both players very strong in the field from what we saw. We've only seen Ali on the TV table, so this is the first time we're getting to see Daniel out here in the main match table, but a lot of people have him as a tournament favorite, so should turn out to be a good match.
Yeah, it seems like you really got to pounce on Ali as Darren Taylor was on the brink of victory last night. Had a commanding lead in that best-of-7 match, 3-0 as well, on our TV table before when Andy McCloskey, tournament director extraordinaire, putting together a great tournament here. He was in the tournament battling it out with Ali and took a early 2-0 advantage. But then Ali was able to find something and rode the momentum to win that match 4-2.
One. Brown ball.
So we'll chuckle around the table there. I think that was more intentional being safe there. Not even the shot to nothing that sometimes we see more often than not. Usually happens with a red down at the business table wanting that cue ball to get back into bulk. We almost found the path back into bulk. This left maybe a mid-range shot for Daniel if he is to take one on. We obviously alluded to earlier in the early days of this tournament that players might go for a little bit more in the early stages, but now getting deep into the tournament and with the caliber of players, one costly misstep you could be sitting for quite a while.
One. Then 1. Like love ball kind of thing.
He's done well to put that cue ball rather tight to the ball cushion. There's a thin snick on this red out in the open on the right. Just might have hit that a bit thicker than he wanted. Didn't get all the way back to the bulk area. Left a mid-range red to top left corner for Daniel, although he has to negotiate the brown and blue. Well, not elementary. He's just coming around to take a look to see if the black spot's on its own spot.
Blue ball. Six.
Just seeing if there's a thin slice to one of these reds just below the pink.
Aiming for the far bottom red.
Dan, 6.
So just small little jabs here from Dan to start. That might be a costly mistake there by Ali.
It's left Dan his first easy starter here. I think he's just checking the table there to see where the black would spot. It seems like an obvious next color after this red.
One.
As a result, opting to take the pink instead. Doesn't like where the black would be respotting.
I just wonder, it's tough to see from our vantage point with that black. If it went back on the spot, just might take that red out of commission. So no harm in taking pinks.
7.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
little messy there.
So it did spot either way. I think they both go though. So
8.
maybe it wasn't a decision on potting the black. I think the black was a bit tougher of a mid-range pot. Would have had to use the rest. So it's probably the real reason why he shot the pink instead. Nice little stun shot there. Difficult to gauge though, since you do kind of have to power them. It's a lot of pace. And now I think any time
14.
after this red, respotting the black will be pretty good for Daniel's effort here. It's going to go forward, looks like. 2 cushions to play for the pink to the opposite
15.
middle pocket. Just come on a slightly different line maybe than he wanted. You will have a nice little cannon on this red below it. Play shape for the red to the left middle next. It's gone a bit forward than he wanted. Did
21.
need to clear the pink, so he's all right. Just looking at this plant here, right?
Maybe if that red that's just above the pink, take it into the left middle and just cannon into those reds ever so gently to be on the pink into the opposite middle.
22.
Didn't get the cannon, but he's got the pink to the right middle. Definitely this is what you need to do at this stage of the tournament, is when you get your advantage, you got to live it up to the fullest.
$22. Dan.
The pink gonna come to the rescue. Not quite.
This alley rebound, that uncharacteristic mistake. Just a little first frame jitters.
He's lost his cue ball. A bit farther than he wanted. Would have liked to stop about parallel with the rail and the black-white line to pot that black next, but now he's got a bit steeper of an angle. It's gonna not have a easy white to control here. Might just play for the plant next or come around the cushions.
Ali, 1.
I think as a result he's missed it. Missed opportunity there, I think, for Ali to clear up these last few reds. Anyone's frame.
Yeah, 29 to 21 for Daniel. This first frame of this quarterfinal match. It's a best of 7.
Pretty tight to the cushion there. Ooh, almost caught that jaw. Would have been disaster, I think.
Just waiting for Jason Table, as it looks like. Our good friend Renat Danko is just taking a shot at his match on the top. 4 quarterfinal matches in play. Feel free to check out cloudsnooker.com. That's cloudsnooker.com. And search out the 2025 US Snooker Masters.
Yeah, link is in the description in the YouTube video if you want a direct link.
And there are 2 tournaments going. There is the second chance tournament, so just make sure you click on the right tab if you want to see the main tournament or the second chance tournament. They've got the semifinals going on in that side tournament, but in the main tournament, we're in the quarterfinals. And click on those live scoring button to get the updated scoring.
Oh, he had a swerve at that ball.
Foul. And a miss.
Salty's missed it completely.
Ali 4.
Fortunate for him, he's not. Maybe he has left the red that he was aiming for.
Does look like there's a path. Now, Ali obviously had the opportunity of putting his opponent back in from that spot or put it back into the original under the foul and miss ruling in this tournament. There are a maximum of 4 attempts. But a player will gauge.
Ali 1.
I think Ali made the right decision there. That brown should have dropped for him, but he was waging. Usually these top-notch players will make small adjustments and be successful in their next hit. So Ali thought he could make more than the 4 penalty points or 8 penalty points that could occur. But he's left this one on for Daniel.
Rolling it slow into the corner. Hasn't held his shape
1.
there. He's playing for pink into left middle, so now he's going to have to pot a little bit trickier. Yellow to the right corner.
Yeah, gonna need a really great shot here to develop one of these reds after the color to keep the break going.
Yeah, not sure if it's quite on to develop it. It's going to be quite the shot if he does. He's missed the gap. Yeah. He's hit the gap, excuse me. It's always going to be a tough shot, I think, with pink there. Instead would have been
3.
maybe easier angle.
As well, putting on some check side. Obviously, side is one of the things, if you're a newcomer, should be one of the last things you kind of learn. You really want to hit center ball for sure. And then up on 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, as our good friend Rodney explained, to get your follow through and your draw. It's just so difficult sometimes to judge with side because you are putting a little bit of push and your cue ball will swerve just ever so slightly. So you have to make those adjustments when you're taking on a pot on. But nobody said this game of snooker is easy.
It's gone for that pot outright. I think he figures that's the only red he would leave. And it's going to roll safe, so. Imagine Daniel's going to be sending one of these reds in opposite directions to, try to make one big area to hide from as opposed to two reds separate up and down table. This one's the most natural. He's playing for 3 cushions. Try to hit the gap off of the third cushion between the blue and the green. Head towards that red in the lower left area of the table. He's got it wide. He's going to hit the blue. Oh, he's caught it between blue and pink. And didn't really want that cannon there. It's made this red a little more potable for Ali.
Oh, great pot.
1.
Yeah.
That's definitely a statement shot. That was not easy. Obviously, as you alluded to, Christian, that breakout that Daniel played made it a little bit more easier, but still lots of table to travel through.
Dynamite shot there. A perfect angle on the pink to head over for this last red. So
7.
just checking the gap between the brown and the cushion to see if he can get at this black. Since this angle allows him kind of to maneuver
8.
in that gap if he chooses. He's pretty close, but might be a bit straight on the black. Difficult to tell. I think any angle here is going to be good, but if he's missing this shot, it's going to be in the near journal. No, it's perfect.
15.
Yeah, as a result of that last shot, it's going to be tough to get up for the yellow, but he's done well to at least leave him just a mid-range shot. Tough bridge as he has to put his bridge hand on the cushion, as you can see there.
Yeah, maybe causing him to strike across the
Ali,
ball a bit.
15.
So interesting. Had the clearance opportunity. Felt maybe like a bit more of like a whack at the ball there as opposed to really cueing it pure.
Well, Daniel might have a chance to get behind pink here. Just went the other way, but relatively safe, but given the opportunity to his opponent to lay the snooker. Oh, well, he playing a bit aggressive, going for the pot into the yellow pocket.
That's the third time he's flirted with that right middle pocket. Other 2 times he's come out smelling like a rose. And this time just ends up catching the jaw earlier in the frame. Either scenario, had he gone in off or caught the jaw, would have been disaster. And third time's not going to be friendly to him. Good pot from Daniel there, up against the rail. Much more difficult than folks realize, that pot.
Yeah, it's been a great first frame. Both players exchanging blows to each other. It's like a heavyweight boxing match, sparring back and forth. Could be indicative of what we're about to see here in this entire match. Don't think there's going to be a clear runaway. I wouldn't be surprised if we went the full 7 frames here.
5.
But a great chance here for Daniel. Just taking a look at the scoreboard. Pretty much just has to run out, clear all the colors to get this first frame to the good for him.
9.
It's just so lovely. Floated his cue ball up nicely to be on the right side of the blue.
$14.
Wanted that to run a bit more.
Yeah, this is tricky now. Needs them both, right?
Actually, just needs this pink.
Oh,
So
just the pink.
put all his concentration into it.
Then 14.
Just a little thick to the pocket.
definitely a lot of twists and turns in this first frame. No clear runaway. Is what expected usually in the first frames. I think both of them get their feet wet. And
Here comes a shot, though. Oh, I wanted to miss the contact there with the black. But he'll take this roll. It's going to end up nice.
6.
yeah, the seesaw and affair. Ali looked to take the black. The first frame. This quarterfinal, as you can see, it's there. Nice, a little angle, not straight on.
13 and the frame.
Ooh, definitely thought about it. He used the jaws a bit, but Ali takes that first frame in this best of 7 quarterfinal match, and we'll take a little short break and be back with frame 2.
Frame
And
2.
referee
Then
Ernst
break.
Bazemare has set up frame 2. And Daniel Womersley set to break off. See if he can rebound from that seesaw and affair of the first frame. Here's our referee. Appreciate
Oh.
Ernst stepping in.
Wanted both reds there, but
Yeah, right, little smile there. He definitely was going for 1, but he got 2.
he's just end up on the wrong side of the black here. I think he was playing maybe up for a bulk color, but now he's got a tough one here.
Ali is the reigning IBSF world champion, so Daniel is definitely up against it, but I was talking with Daniel.
Ali, 2.
He's battled some world champions as well. This previous year, he was in the Championship League going against Kyron Wilson, and the year previous, he battled Luca Brissell. So both back-to-back world champions there. So Daniel definitely knows what it takes when you're up against one of those heavy hitters.
Big shot attempt here up into the right corner pocket.
1.
Great pot.
On the black, maybe just a bit straight. If he was a bit lower, he might be able to stun up, obviously, for this red that's just below the cluster of reds in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I think actually the cloth is playing slick enough that he had just enough angle to play that shot. Looking decent here. Gonna just rub off the bottom of the pack. Play this cue ball forward.
Nine.
The tricky black, this one. It's a little bit steep on it, but gotta choose whether or not he wants to try to cannon. Maybe cannon the 2 reds to the right of the pink. Or just stun out 2 cushions and play for the red to the right corner. Maybe red to left middle. Going for a cannon though. Off of the top cushion.
just letting some etiquette to some of our young fans that are in the room. Great to see, but sometimes you got to be still as a statue if you're in the front row.
Dan, 9.
Throw them off just a little, maybe. Do appreciate all the fans coming in here. But do remember to turn those cell phones off.
1.
And if you want to sit in the front row, just pretend that Medusa has got you in your looks and you've turned to stone when the player's down on the shot.
6.
So I think most players would say if there's just the white noise, if there's constant movement, it's not a problem. It's kind of the jerky movement from the still to movement that really throw players off.
Right.
7.
Sort of sudden changes and sudden movements.
But they are at the table. You know, they can get up. There's no rule that says once you're down on the shot, you have to take the shot. You can get up, get comfortable.
12.
So it was looking promising for Daniel, but just maybe went a little too far out of position for the black, made it a little bit more difficult. He's given a good chance here to Ali.
13.
Really missed that pot. Overcut. It's gotten a little bit more of an aggressive angle now on this blue. Won't be able to hold for this red. The last one loose in the pack. Excuse me, loose to the right corner. Gonna have to go into the pack, and it's got a decent look to start.
18.
Yeah, he's got a red into left middle, red into the top left corner pocket.
This one plays more natural for the two colors down the left side.
19.
Let me ask you about a score update. Yeah, we're only going to be able to keep score after the break is over, but we do have the referee mic'd up so you can hear what the current break is. I believe it's a 19 as of right now for Ali at the table. Once we get to the semifinals, we'll have a dedicated scorekeeper and keep the break up to date on this overlay.
Yes, if you love this great game of snooker, always looking for scorekeepers, and it's the best seat in the house because you got to be able to see all the action on the table
25.
without being obstructed. So
Thin back cut here. It's going to be a tough one.
26.
yeah, so thin that is going to be very tricky to control the cue ball.
Yeah, is he going to just roll up here, or you going aggressive? About this brown into the left middle or down into the corner. It's also got option of green to middle or corner. Just looking if there's an easy red on, but looks like no, so roll up. Roll up is probably the choice.
Ali, 26.
Yeah, maybe playing with a friend, you take that brown into the left middle, come down possibly for one of those reds on the right side, go in the top left, but there's a big tournament at stake. You don't want to take anything for granted. It does take some great self-discipline. When you get a break going, you want to keep it going, but sometimes if the shot isn't there, you just have to take your medicine and run and hide.
Shot to nothing, not bad. Got a good cue ball to cover the left edge of the pack. So we're going to see them play safety here on the rightmost red for a bit. No, Ali has fluked it. Not quite. So now a starter. It's a little bit steep on this red, so I don't think he'll hold for the black. It's going to have to play around the cushions. Pink is potable to both corner pockets, so probably pink to left corner next. Needs this to run a bit. Big bounce off the cushion. No, it's going to be shorter pace.
Yellow ball. Dan, 1.
Yeah, I wanted to hold up just a bit. Almost had the full ball snooker, but an edge of this red is available. Missed opportunity for Dan since a lot of these reds did pot to the left corner. Just needed to get high on that pink so that he could be off to the races.
Yeah, because once you pot one of those reds, bottom one on the left side, it's going to open up the bottom one on the right side, and it's going to just be a seesaw affair.
It was always going to be difficult, though. He's crossing the position line for the pink at the lower left corner. Whenever you're crossing that line, your pace has to be pristine. What's my favorite way to say it? How's the line and the length? The length is everything in that shot. Tricky spot here. Full snooker with the pink, or excuse me, the yellow. Just gonna have to kick, try to catch the left edge of one of these reds.
Foul and a miss. Ali, 5. Back.
Opportunity here to see the great skills of our referee, Ernest Bezimer.
The light, you know. They have the pickup camera.
See, there's just a subtle shot, a slow roll to come off the top cushion and nestle into a red, but it's just a little tough to gauge with these tables. As we've heard a little bit in the room, some of them might just have a little bit of roll. Aaron's just confirming with Christian, who's able to take up the replay, get exact positioning back.
Yeah, just getting the adjustments there, but I think the balls are pretty spot on. The fun respots are when the colors are not on their spot, you know? You gotta figure out the tricky spot where the color ended, especially.
Yeah, that's where the referee earns their paycheck.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate Ernst out there doing the good work. Looking, and he might have an edge of this red. Not sure, but don't think it's potable. Maybe he's looking just to nip off it and play to the lower right quadrant. It is potable. Wow. Shot. I think he was maybe just surprised that it did go.
1.
But lost his cue ball there. A little too good on the safety control.
Yeah, potentially just
Brown
come
ball.
off the brown and be behind the blue.
Ali,
Ooh, it's
1.
overrun a little bit.
Yeah, about ball and a half length or so.
Just don't know if there's a pathway here for Daniel with that bottom shot to nothing, that bottom red. That kind of little sort of triangle forming with the apex being the pink.
Yeah, the loose red to the left, bottom left corner red is the one that's potable. So he's going to be going for this. Overcut it, which is the better way to miss it if you're going to. But the cue ball is lost.
Yeah, he found the pathway to get out of there. Unfortunately, it was quite pacey. It's come down quite a distance on him. Gifted a chance to Ali that already has a 33-10 lead in the second frame.
It's because of the overcut, I think, why he missed that.
1.
Cut it thicker to the pocket and your white's going to be slowing up a bit more. Thinking about blue here. These 3 reds. after the brown gets out of the way, do pot to this left corner pocket, but none of them go to the right corner pocket, so he's gifted a chance
Ali,
here.
1.
Just felt like he was in between shots and didn't really settle and decide on one of them, you know, commit to one of them.
One.
It's a good shot, and he's going to want to take the brown out here, since it'll open up the last red to both corner pockets. Just might have to play the trickier red first now.
Yeah, he's holding for it nicely. Nice little angle. It's definitely tricky going along
5.
the top cushion here, but it's got the right angle to just push out to be onto the blue. I mean the pink, I should say.
This will be a confidence booster if he can get out
And
here.
5.
Tough ball to slow roll though, especially if tables are playing tricky.
Yeah, you can't see it, but there's smoke coming out of the ears there of Daniel, just furious with missing that shot. He had a good opportunity. He knows it's got a strong opponent here that's probably going to punish him.
Four.
Run a bit far, but should be okay. No, doesn't like being stretched out there, so extension or rest shot. Maybe just extension.
Gonna need that yellow. Could go red, pink. That's only gonna put him.
5.
He's absolutely straight on this pink. Not going to be friendly for getting shape on this yellow, so Daniel Womersley going to be coming back to the table, barring a double or treble on this yellow.
Apologies, that is actually this frame ball.
Oh, is it now?
7. 11.
Yeah, there's 30 points in it right now. 27 on the table. Daniel just needs one snooker. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, playing the double.
Oh, as he put it into its
Ali,
own pocket.
11.
Right?
Yeah, just because it's ended up there, I think he's going to be coming back since he will get a strike. Laying a good snooker if he has a good line on this green.
Two.
It's lost the cue ball a bit.
Dan.
Just playing the double,
2.
and this is going to be leaving a shot if it doesn't hold up. I think he got it. Pretty routine escape, though, for Ali.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry with his opponent needing a snooker.
Black's a little bit tricky later on in the frame, too, so I wonder if that'll come into play. This is a nice line. Needs the cue ball to run.
Looks like he's got that snooker, so sometimes, yeah, the snookers are required. It's a bit the end of the world to get out of those snookers, as we've seen so many times when snookers are not required. That's where players can falter. They're slow enough to get out of the snooker, but then they leave to relatively easy starter for their opponents to get back in.
This is an interesting spot. I think I always struggle with this type of safety, knowing what to do. He's played the cross double, but if he cannons the pink, he's cannon both pink and blue, so that's going to be a rough one for Daniel.
Yeah, Ali's got to take this in there because that area of the pink and black is looking very appetizing for snookers.
Missed it by about a couple ball lengths to the pocket, surprising. Maybe just not feeling comfortable. And where the pink and black are, only benefit to Daniel is that maybe they act as a bit more of a wall tie behind, but he's going to need both to steal this frame, so this is the shot. If he can actually send the brown towards the pink and black here and either get behind him or open him up, this will be a lot of pressure on this. Wants the cue ball tight, though, to this blue. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, and he sent it to those colors, so now Ali is at risk of opening up that cluster. Worst case scenario is to miss the brown here and open up all three balls, so imagine he's going to be rolling slowly up to this. Decent chance of a free ball, but nothing potable really other than the blue, so it's a tricky spot.
Yeah, usually the case, Daniel just needed the one snooker. He's finally got it, but it seems like sometimes you need 3 or 4. This is probably his best effort right here.
Yeah, just where the brown laid. It was always going to be the snooker, but he managed to get it tight to the blue, which makes a world of difference. It's going to be attacking this 2 cushions, maybe 3. Problem here is if you go past the brown, and you're surely going to make contact with black or pink. And if not, you're leaving a free ball. So it does have pace, and watch out, black.
Foul.
And a free ball.
7.
Yeah, so Daniel can take the free ball, or he can put his opponent back in. Now he cannot roll up onto that free ball, not use a free ball, snooker your opponent on it, unless it's down to the pink and black. So he's having a good think about this.
Yeah, he's made it over the hump, so no longer requires snookers, but now it's a game of safety play and tactics on how to get a pot on this brown. Just thinking offense-wise, takes the black as a free ball. Not going to have a shot, so you want to play for a good safety angle here on the brown. Wonder what he's thinking. You can get way up there. You can clip off the right edge of the brown and kind of hold it there. Maybe play the cue ball up to the upper right quadrant of the table behind the blue. I'm not sure if there's a note, but the black will be respotting on the black spot, and I wonder if that's something to consider as well. It's a bit far away, though, from that cluster, so tricky spot this. Maybe just play the safety in behind blue, 2 cushions. Potted it. So the angle he has here, you can cut the brown towards the
4.
pink, use the pink as a stopper, essentially, and hold the brown in that area. And he has the ability to nudge it to where it'll drift toward the left cushion as well, so it's a big shot here. Yeah, he just got it to guide toward that cushion, so it ends up tight, safe, and now's this length. Oh, just a bit short. No, a little bit long, excuse me. Would have been a highlight reel shot had he gotten in behind the blue there. And Ali's fortunate not to leave the pot on this brown. He's kind of just smacked at it a little bit. Bike Garrett saying hello, snooker mates. Was snooker behind yellow, caught the knuckle of the side pocket and kissed off a red and nudged the like button. It's always got the most extravagant ways to like and subscribe our channel.
It's a nice shot there.
This is really good. Does this fluke?
Oh, can
think
you
it
believe
does.
it? Let's say the way he was going, there's a potential that he could have put Daniel in the snooker after hitting that brown. The black was in a nice spot, but hit it with the pace. Wasn't expecting that brown to drop, but it did.
Key moment too, because now it's 18 difference, 18 on the table. So at best, Daniel can tie with the remaining balls. So big moment in the match here.
Ali, 4.
That black is in a very nice spot for a snooker.
Yeah, it's always that ball length off the cushion pocket on the area that you want to play for.
And yeah, not tight to the cushion, just a little bit out that you can just nestle behind.
He's gone for it too. He's gone for it. And he's got it. What a shot. Might be shot of the match there. To trust the table, the condition, and roll it in behind the black. Excellent shot. 2 cushions escape. Ali's been kicking well, but he's not going to get fortunate here. Only problem is now the clearance ties the match. Could be in for a black ball respawn. It's a tough black though.
Yeah, going pink from black. It's going to require some good cueing here from Daniel, but it is there for him.
This is the moment he has to choose whether or not to go for it or play safe, and I think this is a offense all day long. Just missed the pot there. Apologies for the camera view.
Well, he sprung out his chair faster than a cheetah running on the Sahara Desert. Because he knew that pot was in his wheelhouse, so Ali on the verge of extending his advantage in this match by 2 frames.
Ali, 5.
Daniel just taking a look at the score.
$13. 23 points. 2 snookers. I think maybe the only reason he's coming back is possibly a bit of frustration, but as well, the where the black lays, it is nice and ripe for a good snooker, so.
Yeah, he's got a decent cue ball, but Ali can just roll this pink.
No, he's playing to push the black into a tougher position. I think if he manages to push the black tight to a cushion, it makes a world of difference for end of the frame. So almost got it there. As long as this black is somewhere away from the cushion, like we said, few ball lengths, it's going to be something he's playing for, but lofty goal, try to get this. Wants to force Ali to try to line up the white and the pink towards the black as opposed to away from the black. It's going to make for playing a follow shot on the white behind the black much easier. This looks decent. Got a good length. That's a good shot.
Wonderful shot. Goes by a tap on the table from Ali. He does need a couple, but at least he's got one.
It's a big shot.
Foul.
And there's one foul.
Dan 6.
Just needs one more snooker, and like we said, black's in a good area here. Can he just nibble off the right edge? Nice and thin, go 2 cushions in behind black. He's caught it too thick for that.
He's put the pink nicely safe on the right cushion.
You're going to see 3 cushions here, though. Trying to go for this right middle pocket. Maybe 2 cushions for the left middle pocket, depending on how he hits it. No, this is a little bit better for Daniel since pink is up table closer to the black. Although he's got a lot of lateral distance to travel here to get the white in behind, so it's going to be tough. Might even think about sending the pink up and down twice. Just enough, just to be able to hit enough of a stun line to get Q in behind black. Very risky though. Good chance of leaving the white over the middle pocket or over a corner. Big shot here. He's tried it, but gonna leave something.
Valiant effort, just came a little short of pace.
Didn't get the cannon, has just dropped in though, as he fluked it.
6
Yep.
in the frame.
I think a little cross double there with the element of safe there. So Alobaidli takes that second frame. And he leads this match at 2-0 over Daniel Womersley. So Daniel's got to kind of regroup, give himself a little bit of a pep talk, and hopefully can respond. He's got the ability to do it, and we've seen it a lot in this tournament. When players get down, that's when they produce the goods. But we'll be right back to see what frame 3 can tell us.
Frame 3, Ali to break.
Welcome back to this 2025 U.S. Snooker Masters live in Sacramento, California. It's at a beautiful facilities here, Sacramento Snooker and Billiards Room, 12 6x12 tables. Very nice conditions, very bright, great snooker family-friendly room here. Daniel Womersley trailing in this best-of-7 quarterfinal match. Semifinals will be coming up later today, scheduled for 4 p.m. start Pacific time. But obviously, if some matches go a little bit long, there might be a little extension. So always good to just kind of check back with us from time to time when we do break away. Oh, here's a long red for Daniel. Top left. Black is open. He has gotten to the bowls a few times, Daniel, and then just kind of faltered a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's ripe for a 60+ type break. He just hasn't got over that hump sort of in the middle part of the break. There was that unfortunate situation, the spectator on the side, but Daniel will tell you first that it's on him if it put him off. He did get back up and restart, but it's gone too far with the white here. You need to play for a small position window to pot this red to left middle. Still has a cut on it, but it's going to be difficult. Maybe play for blue or pink here instead. No, just playing the
Dan
safety.
8.
Yeah, I don't know if Ali's got the cover there, although red is fairly high up the cushion. Does look like quite a severe angle if he just flicks off the right side of the bunch. Oh, a decent try. I do like that real nice, deliberate pause in Dan's backswing. It's almost just like cocking a gun, just pulling the bullet in, just slowly bringing back. And then when you're ready, just drive that cue through the cue ball. Problem is you just can't flick off the bunch and go into ball because there's a couple of reds up in that area. So he's tight to the cushion, so he can't just take a red, put it up into the bulk and draw it back and get a skew ball on top cushion. It's really got to jack up on it here and try and bring it back nicely.
One.
So good chance here for Ali. Play around with some reds in the bulk area.
Just checking something here with the line on the pink where you can.
Yeah, talking to our good friend Rich Loon last night, he's just realizing that Ali's just kind of on that another level that he really can map out a sequence.
Yeah.
He was commenting, talking last night.
Just checking to see how much he has to screw
9.
back or shape on the pink, or if he can just stop it there, but it's going to abandon that theory altogether and just play the blue, simplify things a bit. Nice thing about potting the pink would have been picking off this left loose red, but now we're going to see him just open up the pack slightly. I think it's gone wrong though.
14.
Yeah, and can't flick off them because there's reds in bulk there. But back to the note, Rich and I were talking about Ronnie O'Sullivan's break. his amazing break that he did in about 5 minutes and 20 seconds. But Rich was alluding to there's one break that really is quite impressive. And I think Ronnie had a red and black, and then he popped up and he asked the official what the prize was for the top one for a maximum.
Yeah, that's funny.
And just to know,
Ali, 14.
and pretty arrogant as well to do it, but then he actually accomplished it, and he accomplished it in about 7 minutes. It's a 7-minute clip on YouTube, and there is like about a minute worth of video time where they're kind of running back just to see what the prize is for the maximum break. So that might have been his quickest there, but
Yeah.
to have the vision to just see the table and be able to execute is just
It's pretty impressive.
otherworldly.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I have a similar story with Ricky Walden, who was over at our club in Seattle, Washington, a couple years ago at Ox Billiards, and we had an exhibition with him where he was, playing one frame per person, or maybe 2 frames a person each or something, and I think he was on a 147 maximum, ends up getting a bit greedy with the position and just gets too close to a red, missing the potting angle on the black with, handful of reds, 5, 10 reds left, something like that. Then he looks at me and he says, well, I guess a 146 is not bad, right? Turns over, pots the pink, proceeds to clear up and manages to get the 146, and that stands currently as the high break at Ox so far. It's that same sort of demeanor though, just confidence and knowledge that you know the balls are laying well, you're cueing nicely, gonna get the clearance. Otherworldly, right? Different level.
Definitely. Players are mapping it out here. If one can get in, lots of spread out reds and colors, so I think we could be in store for a profitable break, whoever gets in first.
Yeah, these type of frames always get a little tricky, and then it ends up coming down to that one huge mistake and maybe a big clearance with multiple bulk colors, etc. Although a lot of reds have been pushed safe to the cushions, so it's going to be nobody's a real favorite to clear up here. Not even the top pros, I would say. No, disaster.
Foul. Ali, 4.
Tough decision there. He's trailing by 2 frames. Really, if he gets that red, doors open for him, builds up his confidence, but to go in off, that just went from bad to worse for him.
It's a good pot.
Very nicely went through the cue ball there.
7.
So I've red into the similar corner, but has to bring out the rest again. On these 6x12 tables, I know a lot of pool players just frown when the rest has to come up, but no one able to reach every corner of the table, so that rest is a piece of equipment that you need to embrace. And just a quick while Ali's thinking about the shot, we'll run around the room, and it looks like David Morris has a 2-1 frame advantage over Daryl Hill. And it looks like Rodney Hugans is really taking it to Sargon Isaac as he leads that match 3-0 on the verge of getting into the semifinals. And Renat Denka and Brendan O'Donoghue tied at 1 apiece. And at this match, Ali is up 2-0 over Daniel.
Ali,
Ooh.
7.
Bit of a wrist flick on that rest shot. I think it was maybe just misaligned a bit from the start, though.
7.
Obviously, you can't get a commanding lead with a lot of reds with ball colors, but if you stay at the table and keep potting balls, give yourself all the best chance to win the frame. Daniel just needs one good long red to get things going.
Yeah, for a confidence boost as well, for a good position. I think he's cleared the screen. Maybe not. It's close.
And it isn't touching a referee. Basimer would be over there to define if it was touching. And in this case, if you are touching a color, you can nominate that color that you're touching, the green, and shoot away, and it's a legal shot. Or you can actually nominate a different color, and if you hit that color, it is a legal shot. So there's always little caveats to the rules. So many things to know in the game of snooker.
And it makes it intimidating for, I think, a lot of players to learn and want to try out. But if you think of the basic fundamental part of the game, how to score is pretty routine. Not too complicated. It's just when you start to talk about fouls and touching balls and free balls that
6.
things really do get tricky.
Yellow ball.
Just got to land on the yellow here. This means you should be able to stun into the gap. Slight draw shot. Just keep playing for that red next to the yellow. Looks really nice on it. Both of these reds left at the yellow spot do pot past the red closest to the pocket. So look for him to clear these out first, and then the real work begins.
9.
He's got a nice cannon on the yellow to hold the white. And a perfect angle on this green. Another soft screw shot. Good strike there with the cue. If you notice, he kind of had a follow through that finished touching the
12.
cloth. Very important that for those soft screw shots here and there. Maybe play for blue here. Ooh, just
13.
routed home, trying to open up the pocket. Oh, this is tough. And he held up there and gotten a shot at the blue or pink.
He's got the blue in the yellow pocket. I think he's developed that red enough by the left middle.
Only problem is using the rest here, so tricky shot. This will be a turning point in the match, I think. Yep.
We are in America, so he's channeling his Carlton Fisk, trying to just push it the other way. Unfortunately, he just doesn't find the bottom of the pocket there. So it was going to be a tough clearance. There was only a few more reds that Daniel could definitely take.
1.
It's just unfortunate because, you know, these guys are capable of putting down some pretty big breaks, and with the conditions making things
6.
artificially difficult, it's going to be tough to watch, especially as a spectator when you're
7.
here to see the big breaks and the big opportunities.
It's just what the pressure does, and playing in a big tournament. sometimes just so amazing about those big breaks
Ali,
that they make.
7.
That obviously when the frame is done and dusted, then they really can go for everything and the pockets become big. But when you're in a pressure situation, that fine line of taking the shot on or going for safe.
Yeah. I think David Brock, I think that's putting it nicely. Hi there, Khalid, saying, how are we doing, commentators? Thanks for covering the event. Appreciate you guys watching. And if folks are enjoying the event, you want to help support us, you can drop us a like in the YouTube video and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow the sport, and one way to do it is through viewership, and gaining bigger audiences means better access to sponsors to increase prize funds and get better players out here. So it's all a butterfly effect. We are streaming on the Ox Billiards channel, Pan American Billiards Snooker Association, Sacramento Snooker and Billiards, as well as IBSF TV. So come support all of our channels. We appreciate the support.
Nice long head there. I think, yeah, increasing the sponsorship, getting the money in there definitely will encourage top-level players. We've got a great field here. I think the one thing that as well will help with that sponsorship money is getting great people behind the scenes, like our friend Ernst, who's stepped in and donned the white gloves to be referees and scorekeepers, tournament directors, people, the nuts and bolts of tournaments that really make the package that much sweeter and enhance the viewing pleasure for all you people sitting at home watching it. It's a real family atmosphere. Definitely when I came in the room Wednesday night, traveled down, a lot of familiar faces and big smiles throughout. And it's been a pleasure meeting some new faces. As our good friend Darren Taylor has said, once you're a friend in snooker, you're a friend for life. Kind of almost how the game is. Once the game sinks its teeth into you, you can't really shake it off. So a 38-21 advantage for Ali in this third frame. A frame of paramount importance for Daniel. Going down 3-0 is an uphill battle. But Ali has been in those shoes as he was last night, so he knows that these players definitely can come back on a moment's notice. The momentum can swing.
Especially if you know these players and have a lot of mutual friends in your friend groups, share the stream out. They're going to enjoy to watch folks that they know playing here internationally. Both these players not from the U.S. Ali from Qatar and Daniel from the U.K. Just an international game as we know it, and I think Daniel a little frustrated with that roll, not getting a look at this red to start, and he's clipped the edge of it. This is disaster. Quite unfortunate.
Yeah, just a real wry smile. See, it's just maybe just not getting the rolls, but they do balance out from time to time. It's not too late for the pendulum to swing in that.
It's just too bad because I think the standard of the game will kind of suffer as a result. Condition is just not quite up to par, but when this tournament's going to come down to who can adapt. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more of a shift in kind of a more run and gun, pot and stun type game. Unfortunate though, because we do enjoy seeing the big breaks and know the players are capable for it.
Sure, I believe Daniel right now is the high break leader so far with a break of 91. trailing in this third frame by 23 points. There's 51 on, so definitely enough for Daniel to take the frame. But will be a little bit tricky with all three reds in the bulk area and the high prize values down at their usual area in the business end. Not on their spots, but open and definitely available.
And Dan clearly hasn't had the run of the balls in this frame. Kind of all started after that roll off from the mist blue and the yellow pocket from earlier. Gonna have to get his things together. Another unfortunate nudge into the left jaw. He's gonna prevail in this match. He's gonna have to get over this hump mentally. It's gonna have to be a slogfest to get back in this one.
1.
It's not like he hasn't had the advantage in multiple of these frames, just I think needs to adapt his own style to the table.
Yeah, great opportunity here for Ali. Take this yellow into its own pocket. Should be on a red.
Ali, 1.
Strikes
Did not
again.
expect him to miss that one.
I think it's the same pocket as earlier for Daniel, so I think the same
He might have just
area.
been counting his chickens before they hatched.
I think a shot like that, though, you'd almost think just maybe play short side position instead of trying to hold the white there. As you know, the pocket has been a struggle, especially across the seams there. Yeah, that's the pace. I think you got to play the object ball at a minimum at that pace just to get the line to hold.
Yeah, hit it nice and firm. Don't let the table take advantage, because we've seen some funny things on these tables.
Mm-hmm.
But both players got to play on it, and you got to adapt.
That pace still lets
4.
you cue at the ball nicely if you need to. It's just when you get, dead straight on a ball and you have to hold for shape. Gonna have to start evaluating different ways to get on the next one, or maybe abandon breaks early altogether. So we talked about adapting, though. He's lost his white a bit here.
6.
He's okay. Everything out in the open. Daniel needs this frame, I think, mentally more than anything.
Big shot going yellow to green here.
Dan, 6.
And that's what starts to happen, too. You start to play the game and kind of suck it up and deal with it, and all of a sudden the rolls will start to go your way, too. And here's a mistake from Ali,
2.
or has he found the gap? Been quite fortunate if he has.
I thought he might take the snooker and just clip off that yellow and come towards that area where the black and pink were, but
The gap was there, so Dan's going to be kicking himself a bit
2.
for missing that yellow.
the pink has gone nicely safe to the left, and Dan does need that if he wants to take this third frame and kind of stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, wry smile from him there too, knowing that kind of all the rolls are going Ali's way, but got to find a way to overcome it. And the rolls will start to flip to your side. Gonna have to build your own luck for a little bit here. Nice shot, missing the jaw there. For once, feels like he'd be hitting the jaw every time he gotten close to it. Oh, and there's a chance now for Dan. 25 in it, 20 difference. Obviously, though, pink was pretty crucial. Unfortunate for Ali for it to roll safe. Otherwise, this would be a frame clearing opportunity. Maybe this is a shot. It's got a fairly aggressive angle on the brown. Play one, maybe two cushions and try to stun into the pink. You can hit the pink full ball, you're guaranteed shape for the blue into the right middle. Big shot opportunity here. Just missed it. Had he potted that, I think it would have been in a perfect line, but like I was saying, just keep your head in it and the rolls will come your way. Just managed to partially snooker with the blue. Watch out white here. Oh. Would have been huge if that had gone in off. You go for this long pot. Roll up on the blue. A lot of options. Just playing in behind the black. It's going to be in a naked safety though. And he hasn't cut it. The aggressive safety there, trying to leave the brown over the pocket, would have been a really nice result, but brown has just raced off. Double kiss. It's going to turn out okay.
Decent effort on the double.
Ooh. I think the brown has just rolled enough to cut off the pot. No, this might go. He's not going to go for it though. Cross double. Send the white two cushions, try to get behind the black. And he's opened up the pink. This is a massive shot if he can get safe.
Certainly safe, but he doesn't have to snooker. Off the right side.
Brown got to stay in the lower right quadrant. Oh, this is a big shot. Look at this. Very important that the brown is underneath the black, close to it, because now a lot of free ball opportunities open up. The big pressure moment for Dan. Just looking if the swerve was there, but not quite, so it's going to have to go one cushion loaded up with a bunch of left-hand side. I think we have our first semifinalist confirmed as well. Rodney has advanced over Sargon. And it was a great hit from Daniel.
Yeah, the only problem, he's left a little mid-range. These are shots that we've seen Ali excel this afternoon. Little picture right there. And it's in.
4.
That was his frame ball. He now has a 21 advantage with 18 on in this third frame.
Ali, 4.
Oh, this is tough sometimes, you know, a slow roll, just flicking off the blue, coming off the cushion, getting behind the pink, but tough to judge, as a lot of players have struggled a little bit with these tables. Just a few unexpected rolls.
Mishit that blue as well. Gone far too thin on it. Trying to go around the pink there. It's fortunate that it stayed tight to the cushion. 21 points, not impossible to overcome. Did manage to get a snooker in the previous frame and try to battle it out, so. It's got to keep fighting, and like I said, something about this match might start to turn the tide. Pink and black are nicely positioned for snookers. Well, it would be nice if they were tighter to cushions, but nonetheless, there's action left in this frame.
It's interesting talking to a lot of the Irish guys here and how they got into the game. And a lot of them actually were mentioning watching it on television, and then the parents getting a 6x3 little mini snooker table. Whereas you hear the generation before, most of the time it was the father taking them to a gentleman's club or a workman's club. And that's where they were exposed to the great game of snooker. So hopefully, Christian, we're doing a good job here of putting it on the TV sets or the computer screens and inspiring the youth of the world to pick up a cue.
Yeah, computer screens, yeah. TV sets starting to feel like a thing of the past.
Yeah, it's interesting. When I think we were in Calgary once at a Western Canadian Championship back in 2018, and our good friend Charlie Brown was in a match, and actually all of his friends put the stream up in a pub in Whistler.
That's funny. Might be seeing Charlie Brown later today. He's out of the tournament though, but said he might stop by. Is he still in town until tomorrow? I think he got eliminated in the knockout stage yesterday. Yeah, I think Ali is really just trying to keep this blue down on this lower half of the table with the white on the other side, since playing snookers here is going to require a lot of distance to travel. The moment the blue gets up table, stays up table, Daniel's going to have a lot more to work with in terms of snookers. Here's a...
Might be in a snooker himself now.
Yeah, interesting position now. But no need. Like I said, just push the blue back down table.
Yeah, a little game of cat and mouse going here.
I think Daniels needs to kind of flip the scales here, get Ali to shoot at the blue down here as opposed to himself. No, and that's rolled off again on him, I think. Yeah, it needs it to drop now.
It's not looking good for the man from Leeds. IBSF world champion, looking good.
And the frame.
And he motions to the referee that Daniel concedes. So Alobaidli takes the third frame and extends his match lead to 3-0 in this best of 7. So the Wolverine's going to have to find some mutant strength if he wants to storm back and make it a match. Quite surprising that it's not as close in the frame line. There haven't been clear frames run away, but...
Yeah. It's not like they haven't had their chances, but I think a bit of frustration settling in and maybe table conditions. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Daniel's got to have a mind of a goldfish. Forget those last 3 frames. You got to win 4, and it's always tough to win the last one to get you over the line. And we'll be right back with frame 4 action.
Fourth frame, Dan to break.
And welcome back to the 2025 U.S. Snooker Masters here in the capital of California, Sacramento, at this beautiful facility, the Sacramento Snooker and Billiards Room. Daniel Womersley set to break off. He's definitely got an uphill battle to go here, but David was able to beat Goliath one way back with just a slingshot. Hopefully Daniel can sling some breaks together and crawl back into this one, but he can't get too much of his ahead of himself. Just one step at a time. And just looking around the room, looks like Rodney Goggins from Ireland with a whitewash victory over Sargon Isaac. Daryl Hill is trailing David Morris 3 frames to 1. It looks like they're in their 5th frame, and David is just leading by a slim margin. And Renat Danka trying to equalize his match with Brendan O'Donoghue as the Irishman leads 2 frames to 1 in that best of 7 match. And right in our featured match here, Alobaidli has a 3 frame to nothing advantage, a 3 frame advantage over Daniel Womersley. Definitely, if you want to see any of those other matches, the live scoring, it's on cloudsnooker.com. That's cloudsnooker.com. Search out the 2025 U.S. Snooker Masters, the main tournament, as we also have the Second Chance tournament running. I think a semifinal has come to a conclusion there. And there's another one that's just in play.
Yeah, link is also in the description on the YouTube stream, so do check that out. And give us a like.
3.
Share the stream out to folks, especially if you know these players and they know they have spectators at home. I know probably most of their spectators would be international folks, and it's starting to get late over there, so share it now over on Facebook.
Dan.
Good to see
3.
the drama.
True, because I hope the Womersley clan over there is tuning in, because I've asked Daniel about those delicious Yorkshire puddings, and he has extended the invitation to me, so.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be on the menu tomorrow, the Great Sunday Roast.
Just looking at this line, and that red does have partial pocket, I think. Be about 3/4 pocket. to this lower left corner. This red that's just left of the black. Awfully tricky though.
Yeah, it's really testing your eyes there.
I would say maybe half a pocket. It's very tight.
Yeah, if he misses it, he might be sitting for a while. So just trailing by 3 frames and your opponent just needing one more, maybe just err on the side of caution and just play it safe. This looks like what Daniel's going to do. Don't blame him for doing this.
Yeah, I always say whenever you're trailing in a big match against a really good player, can't really feel like you need to superhero shots out. You kind of need to just play as efficient as possible. Not like Dan has been playing badly. Mainly just hasn't had the run of the balls. First 2 frames were very close. Almost managed to steal the second with a couple of good snookers, but gotta just keep at it.
Yeah, just play your game.
1.
Patience.
Everybody misses.
Patience, right?
Especially when we watch the pro circuits, we're not expecting them to miss, so it gets exciting when they miss, and vice versa. The amateur game, there are some ex-pros here, and they're very proficient, but most of the time in the amateur game, a lot of players will miss more often than not, so it gets a little bit more exciting when a player starts stringing together some pots and building a high break.
7.
Now the pink is spotted, it's a bit tricky, but there was what seemed like possible plant on in the mix. It's a bit hard to tell from here, but once Daniel plays his safety, we'll be able to check it out.
Dan 7.
Just looking at the 2 reds above the black. Looks like they have a chance to pot into this lower left corner. There is just a bit of a gap too between them, so should be able to manipulate it. Don't know if any player sees that, but there is a gap there. The 2 reds above the black.
That was dangerous. That enough almost happened there. That's one thing I was worried about that thin little cut there. And unfortunately, it rattled into horns in that top left corner pocket and stayed in the business end. So giving Daniel another chance to get in.
So overcut that by quite a ways. And gonna get away with the brown blocking the pocket, maybe?
It's probably one of the loneliest places on earth. Sitting in your chair in a snooker match when you're trailing. Just grasping at straws. Hopefully something can happen.
Oh, it's got a bit of a weird bounce and left the shot on for Daniel.
One.
It's like we're saying though, I think Dan can't think he's gonna get a century here or anything, just make a few good pots. Don't risk anything in terms of letting the table roll off on you and run away and hide. I think that's been the
6.
success story for most players on this TV table. This plant is still available. I don't know if he's checked it out or not, but it might come into play later on. Unless it gets disturbed.
7.
He's just come past the blue, so he's got an angle to come back for the reds. The one above the pink does go into the left corner pocket. Might be playing for the loose one to the right corner next, though.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate that that pink doesn't go to either top corner pockets. Black is pretty much engulfed by a bunch of reds.
I think he's lost his white slightly here.
12.
Yeah, just a little bit of body language as he was walking around the table, just wincing to himself.
Don't know if he was trying to stun for the little bit of an area to pot this red above the pink into the left middle, or if he's trying to just play it to the left corner the whole time.
Yeah, it's interesting when you're trailing. It's almost like when you're on those high
10,
breaks and
12.
you're getting a little nervous and stuff like that. The age-old tradition is to tell yourself to trust your technique. Just pull the cue back nicely and just deliver it smoothly right through the cue ball. Know that you've been practicing for hours and hours, that it is there. Trust the technique.
Almost went in off there.
Six.
And it hasn't just been the run of the balls. Ali has been playing pretty well. The chances he's gotten, as I say, it misses a mid-range pot there.
Ali, 6.
Yeah, he certainly has. When the chance has been there, he has really scored quite nicely. Not super heavily to win a frame in one visit, but definitely scored enough to just put that added pressure on Daniel.
No, he's missed one there. Just getting frustrated, I think, too. You can see it. His face kind of wincing every time he leaves the table.
Kind of interesting here. I'm surprised is a bit thinner of a cut for that red to the yellow pocket. You know, he misses this, it could be in a world of trouble. Oh,
Good strike.
the Qatar Quaker just puts it in there, sending a tremor to his opponent.
Is that a new one? Oh. Coming up with all the nicknames on the spot, David.
Well, we are in America, home of the great Chris Berman. We pretty much could come up with some of the best nicknames for all the athletes here. I think some of his best was for a baseball player, a pitcher that played for the California Angels, I believe, Burt By-11. His nickname for him was Burt Be Home by 11. If you can imagine.
$16. $16 scored.
Just can't find that killer drive.
Yeah, neither player really finding the killer drive. All tied up now at 22 apiece.
Yeah. Ali really had a great chance there, getting that red in there. The black's there. pathway for this red that he's closest to? Oh, for sure, definitely. And slide down for the pink into the similar pocket.
One.
This is what he needs to do. It's all there in front of him. He's come down the stairs. It's Christmas. It's time to open up these presents.
Yeah, this could be the visit. You wonder if Daniel is taking his last turn at the table or...
7.
Playing up for the black. Maybe even the blue if he chooses, but black's automatic here. It's going to have to come around the cushions or just roll up for another mid-range red. Yeah. It's a good shot. Although, that was the line.
Yeah, just not too happy with that red by the pink.
15.
No, it's covered.
Might have to take the red to the right of the pink into that pocket instead.
Yeah, quite a thin cut there. Just a
Ali,
little high.
15.
But
It's a good cue ball.
15. 1-5.
just a little discussion on the table beside them, distracting Daniel a little bit. So tournament transcriptor Andy McCloskey has stepped in to referee the Renat Danka and Brendan O'Donoghue match. So as they discuss what's going on there, Daniel just kind of motions to Ali and just kind of let them sort this out. So as we have a pause, we'll just take a look and see what's happening on the other tables. So it looks like David Morse still has a 3-1 advantage in that match. Yes, there's utmost importance, obviously, in this match that Renat Danka's involved, as he is up in the fourth frame by 43. And it looks like he's trailing the match 2 frames to 1, so definitely would like to get that fourth frame. Definitely look at cloudsnooker.com for those updated scores. That's cloudsnooker.com, and click on the 2025 US Snooker Masters tab. But we're back here at our featured table. Well, he's got an alright cue ball. Makes for a little awkward bridging. Might be just forcing him to take this. Sometimes there's just no clear-cut safety shot that you're forced into taking on a pot. Yeah, he's just taking a look. Looks like he might can it into a red. He tries for the safe on either of those reds that are closest to him. Just obtaining safety there.
Might be chance of the red into left middle. If he can get the left of the two. I think that one is on. It looks like he can. Just overcut it.
And he's gives Ali a little chance here. Red into the left middle.
I would say probably a big chance in this case because pink on the spot. Got it to
1.
hold up, and he's way overran position for the black. So we're going to see a long pink maybe. It's not over yet, folks. Stick
Ali,
it
1.
past the yellow, and he'll be all right. This might be a shot to nothing attempt if he can cut this to the right middle pocket and miss cannoning the red to the left of the black. Is it going the other way? Trying to roll this in, or slow roll it, I mean, behind the blue. No, he's gone 2 cushions and he's going to cannon something here. Didn't really like that shot from the start.
No, a lot of danger down there of canning in, and unfortunately did. You can't keep opening the doors here on Ali because eventually he's going to walk in and kick off his shoes and make himself at home and just put together a good substantial break.
Ali, 1.
Thick to the pocket there. A good
Daniel was lucky there.
line on the Q action. Daniel really just needs to get 1 frame down. If he can get a frame on the board, I think it'll settle him. Boost his confidence, but has to grind it out. Slog it out.
Definitely. If he has that first frame agreed Christian, he'll start to be like, okay, I'm in the match. I can put a frame on the board, and if he gets another one, his opponent's going to start reeling. And then if we go to a decider, well, all bets are off. So it's baby steps.
Six.
Yeah, 39 to 28. Lead for Ali, but 51 on the table.
Dead straight on this red.
7.
Screwing back. Wonder if there was a gap to play the black into the right corner, but it being so close. This left corner pocket, probably the better choice. Oh,
Dan,
skipped some frames
7.
there, but he's missed the pot. Could this be the tournament end for Daniel Womersley?
1.
Yeah, that was a nice pot there by Ali.
I wonder if there was a bit more of an aggressive angle on this blue. Might he take the blue to get down for the red, but
Yeah, if he was a bit higher, more with his cue ball, I think towards the bulk line, he could, the natural angle, just get him off the blue and slide down.
might still take it anyway, just because he'll be using the rest. A lot of distance to travel with the white.
Oh, nice stun shot to come down.
And it's
6.
not a matter of points, really. It's about getting the right position here to try to clear up. Pink on the cushion's going to be,
It's a saving grace for him, that's for sure.
well,
For Ali, that is.
for Ali, yeah, it's going to be good for him since Daniel's going to want clearance chance if he ever gets back to the table.
Ali, 6.
He's left it pretty safe as well. Do or die shot if he cuts this in. Never was going to go for it.
That's all right. Only problem is that Ali might thinly come off it and shoot it to the right side of the table.
Went
He
for
was
the
going for it.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to end the match. Figures if he can pop this red, it'll be the final dagger.
See, this is now the time Daniel needs to capitalize on that. Obviously, his opponent wants to just get this match done and dusted, so he might take some more risky shots and falter. If Daniel can take advantage, he can slowly crawl back into it.
That was his chance there.
Yeah, big chance on that red. Really, it's got to hurt, and it's just come down. It's relatively thin into the left middle, but be quite surprised if Ali was to falter on it. Oh my.
No, it was actually very thin. Yeah, he missed it by a good couple lengths.
Just that pressure to get over the line, possibly rearing its head.
Let's pass into the black. Pass the black into this pocket. No.
He was playing to combine the brown there, and just the table just might have pushed it a little bit.
Nope. Frame winning chance now for match winning chance really for Ali. It's a big shot. Playing the safety. Interesting. I thought it would have been one he'd go for. Maybe he figured it wasn't worth the risk of possibly involving the black.
Yeah, you never know what's going on in the head of a snooker player. Interesting watching Sahil Nair play in the Calgary Open recently. Watching him play a match, and he was up on his opponent with the snookers required, so obviously sometimes it's just roll that ball just into the jaws. But Ali was hitting, or Sahil was hitting it with quite a lot of pace, so I asked him afterwards, how come you just didn't roll your object ball just to be in the pocket or just in the jaws, because then force your opponent to make the pot when they need the snookers. And he just said he just got in my head and he just couldn't make it work.
Ali, 1.
This is a good snooker here.
$17 and $27 on the table. So this can go back.
Foul and a miss. Ali, 4.
Well, they're just having a discussion there. Just a quick update. Looks like Daryl Hill stole that 5th frame from David Moore, so he only trails 3-2 in another quarterfinal match.
Oh, just barely missed the contact there.
Foul
It's
and a
going to be a
miss.
free ball.
Ali,
Looks
4.
close.
And a free ball.
Great camera work there showing just the nerves of steel that a referee needs to have just to put that right back. Good job, Ernst.
This looks close. He's gone the other side now.
Follow.
That's the last one, right? It's going to be snookers required
Follow miss.
now.
24. Just a foul.
Just a foul.
Yeah, referee Basimer just had to correct himself
Free
there.
ball.
Just want to take a look at the score, but a free ball has been awarded.
Put the score, but the fouls aren't going. Okay. Green ball.
Playing safe here with the green, maybe?
So I kind of look at the pink almost. If he's stunned into the pink,
Only
is the
problem
green
with
going
that
to
is,
block the path to the yellow?
no, with the pink stun is it can come back up table and get in the way, right? And that would be a foul. I think he's just playing the tactic here and pushing the green safe, knowing that Daniel needs the foul.
Needs
from
them as
Ali
well.
And needs the green and pink, so really tough spot.
Yeah, he just needs the one snooker. But it's a tough table right now. Give you some patience. You might be able to get there at some point with that black, but there's going to be a lot of jostling back and forth with the yellow.
I think he's going for that since he'll get a chance at the green and automatically dislodge it.
Well, it's a little peculiar bridging here. He's got his bridge hand on the cushion as well. He's going over, as you can see how awkward that is. But Ali just needs to hit the yellow.
I think he probably should be going for this pot. Laying up for a way to use the green to snooker with the blue, maybe. And now he's checking the line, so
2.
shave off the left edge of this green and send it down to the bulk end and maybe play it thin enough so that your white can go 2-3 cushions in behind the brown. It's a tough shot. It's gone the other way, trying to get the white behind the black, and this is going to be close to the pocket. Oh, great shot.
Fantastic. That's always the tough part. That in-off is so dangerous there, but with great risk comes great reward. So definitely a little bit of light. It's creeping in for Daniel. Is it enough to help him to get this fourth frame? Now, obviously, for the new fans in there, the snookers required stage, ball can't go back. You have to earn those snookers.
It's a big hit if he gets this. Oh, he's missed it. He's going to leave a free ball. Be
Foul.
huge for Daniel.
Dan, 4.
No free ball. Awarded by Free Basimer.
Yeah, I agree. David Brock finger snaps for that one. Great shot. He's going to need to come up with another one, though. The blue coming to the rescue. I think it has.
True. Got the snooker, but at least should be able to get out of this one relatively easy.
Yeah, it's a big ball when this green is close to a cushion. can hit it a couple different ways and manage to get it there. Saw the cue ball arc at the last minute just to get the position. I think this will be another snooker attempt. Send the green around the rails. Just has to be careful with it cannoning into the brown or pink. Yeah, careful with the cannon. Could have go in the middle, but it's okay. It's about as best as he could do there. A tough shot.
You trying to cut this in, Christian, to the top right?
It's risky. Depends on if the scratch is on. He's going for it. Yeah, I was going to say, as long as you're keeping your cue ball safe, I think it's worth the shot.
It's gotta run for him.
Hasn't quite contacted as full as he wanted. But an overcut from Ali here. Gotta be careful with the black where it's laying. I've seen the force follow sometimes run into this black and pot it by accident. With the green so close to the cushion, the cross double's really tough to play here, so I think just a containing shot and get the green to go around the rails up to the bull cushion. Just played it to go 2 cushions. This might sell out a shot, but
Yeah, just 23 in it and 25 on the table, so Daniel doesn't need a snooker. He can win it outright, but definitely a clearance would be tricky with that pink tight to the right cushion.
yeah, as we said, a pink is always favored Ali in this frame. He went for it and he's potted it. Wow.
I think there's going to be handshakes pretty soon, so quite surprising that this was a whitewash victory for the IBSF world champion. But maybe last night, trailing 3-0 to Darren Taylor kind of kick-started Ali as he roared back to win that match 4-3, and this can carry that momentum into Saturday, and will be punching his card into the semifinals.
It's not quite on.
3.
So look again of that great pot on the cushion. Just needed to get a good bit of cueing and rifled it in. Could it be enough? Just checking the score. $26 points with, was it 25 on the table? No,
22.
22 on the table. 1 snooker on the brown would mean clearance would tie, so that's why he's
4.
decided to pot the brown there. Since now 5-point snookers are higher, meaning you only need 1 and be able to win the frame with a clearance. But like you said, pink, where's the issue? What's happened there? He's caught the far jaw, maybe?
4.
But I think the black has covered that pocket.
Yeah, just the reaction to the blue off of that cushion surprised me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cut this in the middle. And I think that's going to probably be close to match.
Ali, 5.
Well, Daniel's not going down without a fight. Can he scooch over to get behind the black here? Certainly gave it a great chance. This pink for frame and match. Ooh, just rattled in the jaws and didn't find home at the bottom of the pocket. Opted out to give him an opportunity. Obviously, Ali wants to get this done sooner than later. Because one false step, he could be in trouble. Daniel very proficient in this game.
Okay, it's a matter of pride now, I think, for Daniel.
He's trying his best, trying to just force an unforced error by his opponent. Love to see him get an opportunity.
Oh, has a chance, but that was close.
The only trouble, obviously, with that red close to that top left corner pocket, if Daniel does get the chance to lay the snooker, you just hope that he doesn't go in off, because he's got a good opportunity here.
Yep, there it goes again, but
And it goes in off.
Frame in the match, Ali.
I don't have a crystal ball. I did not predict that. So really tough defeat there for Daniel Womersley. Losing by a whitewash. We definitely thought it was going to be much more of a match, but Alobaidli wins this by a scoreline of 4-0. He's going to be moving on to the semifinals. Thanks again to Ernst Bezimer for stepping up to do refereeing. It was great work, great job that he did. We'll be coming up with a little post-match interview with Ali.
maybe some bonus coverage.
Thoughts. And there might be a little bit after that, some bonus coverage of the Daryl Hill and David Morse match. But definitely tune back into us, because we'll be live at, I believe, 4 p.m. Pacific time for the semifinals on our featured TV table. So stand by, everybody. That's Christian Youngers. I'm David Burney. We'll talk to you soon. And we're back here at the 2025 U.S. Snooker Masters in Sacramento, California. Fresh off a whitewashing victory, Ali. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It wasn't easy. I mean, I know he's a good player. He was on the tour, so I needed to upgrade my game since from yesterday. So I played just to pot the balls, to be honest, and some good shots, long shots, and difficult shots. I potted all of them, the ones I really needed to pot. Especially in the last frame, I pot this long green on the cushion. So yeah, I'm relieved to be in the semifinals. I'm looking forward for it.
It definitely seemed like you were the player mostly that taken advantage. Once you got in,
Yeah.
you were able to make a bit more breaks, not world-class,
Yeah.
high running one-frame visits,
Yeah.
but you took advantage of the mistakes of your
Yeah,
opponent.
like I said, he got his chances, but he didn't take them. He didn't play that great, to be honest. I know his level; he's way better than that. But I tried to take advantage from what he did, and yeah, I did it very well, and then potted the balls that mattered
Fair enough.
each frame.
What do you think last night? You were obviously trailing Darren Taylor,
Yeah.
former U.S. champion, by 3 frames to none, right on the back foot,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you roared back on 4 in a row. Does that give
Yeah.
you the confidence?
Well, it made me think more about the strategy of the game, considering the condition of the tables here. So yeah, from 3-0, it wasn't easy. I said, let's take the first one and see what happens. Let's take the second, and then if I get it to the decider, I'm gonna win the match. So yeah, just try to fight, and I didn't want to go back 15 hours back home without doing nothing here.
Hey, well, you're in the semifinals. The Qatar Quaker is alive, sending some tremors in the room.
Yeah, let's see, semifinals. I'm
right.
looking forward for it.
Well done, Ali. We'll
Thank you.
step aside. So that's Ali with a whitewash victory in his quarterfinal match. He'll be appearing in the semifinals. So stay tuned for that. We're going to shoot it back over to ground control. We're going to have some bonus footage of this 2025 U.S. Masters Snooker Masters with Darren Hill and David Morris. So stay tuned for that, everybody.